A very good evening and welcome back to Sense of Science, one stop for all your doubts and topics of sciences, mathematics and English for class 9 to 12. Let's begin. The topic for today is questions of differentiation on the topic parametric form. The explanation of parametric form I have already done in my formula list video and also a separate video in which I have explained concept of parametric differentiation. Okay, so please watch that first in the playlist of differentiation. And let's begin with the questions. These are some NCERT questions we will discuss today. They are easy questions to build up the concept, and in the next video of parametric form we'll take up the tougher questions. Okay, so the first question is x is equal to 2at square and y is equal to d80 power 4, and we have to find, in all these questions the target is to find dy by dx. Okay, now you would see here that x and y are not related in terms of each other, but they have one thing in common, which is t, and hence we can write that t is the parameter. Okay, this we have discussed in the theory video, so you would understand it better. Okay, so now first what let's do is we differentiate x with respect to t and we differentiate y with respect to t. That means I find out dx by dt and dy by dt. Now what is dx by dt? 2 is a constant, to keep 2 as it is. A is also a constant, keep a as it is. And t square means 2t, differentiation of x to the power n is nxn minus 1. So this will be into 2t. So this turns out to be 4at as your dx by dt. The next thing you should do here is dy by dt. Okay, what is dy by dt? at to the power 4, a is a constant as it is. X to the power n is nxn minus 1. Use the same thing. T to the power 4 means 4 into t to the power of 4 minus 1, which is 3. Okay, so this becomes in the end 4at cube. This is the answer, but this is not the final answer to your question. We have to find dy by dx. Now just see this, you have dx by dt here and you have dy by dt here. If I divide dy by dt divided by dx by dt, the dt and dt will get cancelled and I would get dy by dx. Okay, so dx by dt, sorry, there's one error which I have done here. This is going to be dy by dt divided by dx by dt. The dt and dt gets cancelled. What is turned out to be is dy by dx. So just divide these two. So your dy by dx would be, I'll change the color, dy by dx would be 4at cube divided by 4at. Okay, the 4 gets cancelled, a gets cancelled, this becomes t square. So the final answer is t square is your dy by dx. Okay, this is your final answer. Let's move to the next question if you are clear with this. Now question number 2 and 4 I have taken together and 3 and 5 I have taken together. Okay, just random. So question number 2 first. This is x is equal to a cos theta and y is equal to b cos theta. In all the questions we have to find dy by dx. Let's do. So the first step of course was dx by d theta. Now you would see one change here. Instead of t, the parameter which relates x and y is theta. They have theta in common, so we will differentiate with respect to theta. Okay, there is no t in this question. Similarly, in the next question there is t, so we will differentiate with respect to t, and so on. There can be other parameters also, but generally t and theta are what we take up. So dx by d theta is a differential of a cos theta. A is constant into differential of cos theta. And you should know by the formula, it's in the formula video of differentiation that we have discussed, the derivative of cos theta as minus sin theta. So this becomes minus a sin theta. Okay. Then the same thing we do for y as well. We get dy by d theta. Y is b cos theta. To do the same thing, b is a constant into derivative of cos theta. Okay, which is minus b sin theta. Okay. As we already know, the derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. Now do the same procedure for dy by dx. Dx by d theta divided by, dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta is equal to your dy by dx. Write the formula. It would help you to remember it. This is the main formula. Okay. So this becomes minus b sin theta divided by a minus a sin theta minus minus cancel, sin theta gets cancelled, and this turns out to be b by a. which is your dy by dx. That's your answer for the second part of the question. I hope it is clear, everyone. Let's move to question number 4 now. Okay, question number 4, I'll write it again here. I'm sorry I have not taken the picture. The question is x is equal to 40 and y is equal to 4 upon t. 40 and y is equal to 4 upon t. This is the question. Alright. So again, let's do the same thing first. The parameter you already know here is t because we are having t common. So differentiate with respect to t first, dx by dt, which is going to be 4 because t is a variable, differential of a variable is 1. Okay. And similarly dy by dt, but in dy by dt you cannot write it 1 upon 4. There are two things here. There is a numerator and there is a denominator, so we will have to use the quotient rule, which states that the answer to this will be t into derivative of 4. This is the quotient rule. Again, this formula is from class 11, but I have also discussed it in detail in quotient rule video and also the formula list video. You can watch them in the playlist. They are the first two videos in the playlist of differentiation. Plus the second function, the first function, which is 4 into derivative of second function, which is t, upon the second function whole square. This is the formula. So your dy by dt finally turns out to be derivative of 4. 4 is a constant, so derivative of 4 will be 0. So this whole terms becomes 0. And derivative of t is a variable, differential of a variable is 1. So this becomes 4 upon t square. Okay, because derivative of this is 0 and derivative of this is 1. Using that, it becomes 4 upon t square. So now use the same procedure for your dy by dx. That is dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt. And once we solve it, it is going to be 4 upon t square divided by 4. That means into 1 upon 4. Divided by 4 is 1 upon 4. Into 1 upon 4, and this becomes 4 gets cancelled. It is 1 upon t square, which is your dy by dx. That's your final answer, 1 upon t square. Okay, I am so sorry, there is one error. This has to be a minus. In quotient rule, this is a minus, so this is going to be a minus 1 upon t square. I am so sorry, I wrote it by mistake. In quotient rule, we always have a minus in between. Okay, so this is going to be minus 1 upon t square. Fine. So that's your answer for question 4. Let's move to question 3 now. Question 3 is x is sin t and y is cos 2t. This question, so again, t is common, so we'll differentiate with respect to t. T is the parameter here. So first find dx by dt, then find dy by dt, and then find your dy by dx, which is your dx by dt, dy by dt upon dx by dt. Same procedure. So dx by dt, derivative of sin t is going to be directly cos t, because derivative of sine of any function, sin x, sin y, is always cos x or cos y. Same thing here. Derivative of cos 2t. So this will be derivative of cos 2t is sin 2t minus sin 2t. But 2t is not a standard function, t is a standard function, so we have to differentiate the 2t as well into derivative of 2t. Okay, of 2t, and 2t will, derivative of t is 1, so it becomes 2 only. So minus 2 sin 2t, because when we differentiate 2t, 2 is a constant, it comes out, and derivative of t, which is a variable, is 1. So this becomes minus 2 sin 2t. So let's divide it and get our final answer to the question. The answer would be dy by dx is dy by dt, which is minus 2 sin 2t upon cos t. Okay, this is the answer, minus 2 sin 2t upon cos t. Now what we can do, we can further simplify it a bit using our basic trigonometry. Sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. This we already know. So this will become dy by dx will become minus 2 is outside. Sin 2t means 2 sin t cos t. This is a class 11 formula. Please remember these formulas. The cos t and cos t gets cancelled. 2 into 2 is 4. So your final dy by dx is equal to minus 4 sin t. So whenever there is any expression which you can modify or simplify using trigonometry, whenever you get a trigonometric formula, apply it and simplify your expression. Okay. I hope it is clear. Now question number 5 is very similar to the question which we have right now done. Question number 4, all the questions of trigonometry. So your homework will be question number 5. You would solve this question number 5 using your parametric form. First, dx by d theta. Now here you can see theta is common, so theta will be the parameter. So first find dx by d theta, then find dy by d theta, and then divide them to get dy by dx. And in case only I'm saying you're getting some trigonometric expression which can be simplified, definitely do simplify it because it makes the answer more convenient and a better answer. Of course, they may cut the marks also if you don't simplify, even if a formula is there. Okay, so please simplify to the final case. Always simplify whenever possible. Okay, this is an important thing. So with that, we are done with the first video on some NCERT questions on parametric form. The next video on parametric form will be some more NCERT questions which are remaining, and these were the easier ones to build the concept. The next few questions which we will be doing from this exercise and the miscellaneous exercise will be the challenging questions, the little tricky questions, and we would take extra questions as well soon. So we'll meet in the next class with parametric form. In case if you have not watched the pre-existing great videos on difficult questions as well as your simple questions on differentiation, please do watch them. There are videos on other subjects as well, so please do not forget to watch them as well. And of course, do not forget to subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and leave a great comment. Or if you have not liked it, leave a good comment as well so that I can have a scope of improvement and realize the mistakes. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for giving me your time. And I hope you were satisfied. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Thank you.